May I come in, sir?
Yes.
Good evening, sirs.
Good evening. Good evening. Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Vidyanshu.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Shall we call you Vidyanshu Shekhar? Huh?
Yes, sir. Vidyanshu.
Vidyanshu. Good. Very nice. So you're Delhi based.
Sir,
Or you
originally
coming?
from Ranchi, but and during the time of preparation, I was living in Delhi.
You're living in Delhi. So at the moment you're coming from Delhi only, or you're
Sir, Dehradun. I'm presently in Indian Forest Service.
you're Indian Forest Service? Okay, wonderful. So have you been waiting for a long time, or? Huh?
No, sir.
It's okay.
Yes, sir.
When is your interview?
Sir, 11th April.
11th April. Okay.
But we hardly get any time, so I started.
Because of your training and all that. Okay. But you're in a wonderful place, Dehradun. It's a very nice place. And the institute is also very good. Excellent. Now tell me, there are, you were earlier in Danix also. Huh?
Yes, sir, but I taken a year-long extraordinary leave to
Okay.
prepare for this exam. And
Okay.
towards the end of my extraordinary leave, in December, I got recommended in between for Forest Service. And just this December, I joined the service.
Okay. Okay. Because you had got the Forest Service, huh? Lovely. Now tell me that when you were in Danik service, Andaman Nicobar Islands is also a part of the Union Territory, no? Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now tell me, what is the significance of Andaman and Nicobar?
Sir, it has multiple significance. First of all, it has a very unique flora and fauna, which is not found anywhere else.
Okay.
Secondly, some tribal group which are yet to be contacted, they are there. So we have this eyes on, hands off policy, which we don't disturb them. Third is that given its proximity to Malacca state, it has own military significance, strategic significance.
What is the population of Andaman Nicobar?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
Okay. Now what I am trying to say is that, do you know what is how much expenditure is incurred on governance in that area?
So I don't know the amount, but I understand it would be a significant amount from our side, given it is more than 600 kilometers from Chennai also.
Yes. So there are people who are staying there, for their food, clothing, electricity, water, everything gets transported. Is it necessary to retain that island? What we do is that get the people, rehabilitate them outside Andaman and Nicobar, and let Army and Navy only manage it from strategic point of view, as you are saying. Why should the government be spending so much of money for those people? Let them be rehabilitated somewhere outside.
Sir, in anthropology, there is a concept of nature-man-spirit complex. So it says that when a human being lives in an environment, his culture, his society is built around that environment. So, or our culture, customs is as per the environmental condition. So if we take that away, that is why mostly rehabilitation schemes fail after dam, because the environment has been disturbed. We think that if we give them a piece of land, life will be settled, but that is not the case mostly. So in case we remove that, their whole life will be disturbed. And one thing I keep reminding myself, Lord Gautam Buddha always said that in a conclusive victory, both sides should win. So we should respect their life, their culture. At the same time, strategic things should also be taken care of. So most of the island in Andaman and Nicobar are uninhabited. So perhaps we can take those uninhabited islands for military purposes and leave the tribals and community to live their life undisturbed.
So during tsunami, the general impression, the data which we gathered, the tribals and the animals, they did not suffer much of casualty. So other areas suffered casualty. What lessons are we learning from it?
So first would be, again, I don't have very exact information, but my inference would be first that they had this traditional knowledge of sea action. So they had the understanding that there could be something wrong, and they believed, they lived as per their traditional norms to live during that time of uncertainty. And secondly, the importance of coral reef, etc., and minimizing the impact.
So what's the forest cover in Andaman and Nicobar?
Sir, I don't know exactly, but it should be more than 85-90%, but I don't know the exact number.
Okay. Now, civil engineering you have done. Can you tell me 2 or 3 marvels of civil engineering in India, which you recall, recent ones?
Sir, first would be Mumbai Sea Link, 21 kilometer. It has very long spans and multiple lanes. Second would be Z Murray Tunnel that has been recently inaugurated.
Mm.
And third would be the ongoing bullet train project.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the engineering we are trying to absorb from Japan.
Okay, good. Now, you have written that you are also watching the websites of USA and defense, following up on defense news.
Yes, sir.
Now, what are the websites of USA saying today?
Sir, presently it is about the impact of incoming Trump administration. And secondly, there are fires going on in Los Angeles. So they are covering impact of that. And third, it has been about impact of Elon Musk on reducing the checks and balances on social media, and his tweets about European politics, so how it is impacting Europe.
So what's the damage on Los Angeles fires in economic terms? What damage has it been estimated? Are you aware of what is the estimation?
Sir, not the cost I'm aware of, that more than 30,000 acres have been burnt.
No, but then what is the economic cost? It's a capitalist country. We need to learn lessons from it, you know.
Sorry, sir, about exact cost I'm not aware.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
VIDYANSHU.
Sir.
What do you have to say about your home state Ranchi or home district Ranchi? How is the fauna and flora of that area?
Sir, Jharkhand has approx 29% forest cover. So Ranchi has almost similar extent forest cover, and very close to in my home there is this Birsa Zoological Park. So that thing we have often visited. Most important tree is Sal found there, and in animal species we have deers, elephant in Ranchi.
Mm-hmm. And your mother originally and your father belonged to Darbhanga. So what is your present thinking about? Have you been to Darbhanga in your life or not?
Yes, sir. I have been during school.
Okay. What is your take on Darbhanga at present?
So I would say it has immense potential given the large population Darbhanga has, and the city has yet not fully developed, the Darbhanga city as such. So there is huge.
Darbhanga is a very old city. I mean, so that way medical college is also there for last 100 years. Almost 100 years. 1929 medical college is there, which was not even there in Patna. Or even just say that Muzaffarpur is a very new medical college. So Darbhanga Medical College is one of the oldest medical colleges in Bihar. So it's a very old city, Lahariya Sarai area and all those.
Sir, I was saying in context of that how big Darbhanga district is, the city is still not fully urbanized. So it has a lot of potential to grow. And recently I have seen Darbhanga has grown capacity to adjust with floods. So earlier floods would cause large devastation. Now the impact has slightly reduced. People have better capacity. So perhaps I see a brighter future for Darbhanga.
What is the civil engineering things could be done in the Darbhanga to further improve it? By the eye of a civil engineer?
Sir, first we require a lot of bridges in Darbhanga because it is flood prone area and river Gandak and Kosi flow through there. And secondly,
Gandak and Kosi, or there's some other river, the third river you have not mentioned, Bagmati. Bagmati is the river which is the nearest to Darbhanga. Not heard about it?
My apologies, sir. I remember during my childhood.
Kosi is not nowhere there. I am an ex-collector of Darbhanga.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Then tell me this. Like, can you? A small question on anthropology. Like, can you drive the chronology of development of men from Dryopithecus to downwards?
Sir, Dryopithecus was rejected as human ancestor, and then from Shivapithecus we came, and the another line went through to gorilla, and some 6 to 8 million years ago our ape and human branch line diverged, and from there first was Australopithecus when the line bifurcated. So Australopithecus and then Homo erectus, later Neanderthal.
Forgot Ramapithecus?
Sir, actually Ramapithecus has now been clubbed with Shivapithecus, and both are considered as ancestor of the ape group. So they are no longer considered as human ancestors.
Okay, come in front. So what is the cranial capacity of a Homo erectus or the Australopithecus and then of the Homo sapiens?
So Australopithecus had cranial capacity around 500 cc, and by the time we reached Homo erectus, it was close to 1400 cc, the present. In fact, some Neanderthals and Homo sapiens had more cc than us, cranial capacity.
So why the cranial capacity is getting reduced? Although the brains, we say that the man has the biggest brain.
Sir, size of brain itself would not matter. There are animals with bigger brain size.
Cranial capacity is the brain, I would say.
Size. I would say, sir, with time we start learning how to exploit tool, how to stand up. So it is both biology and culture. So biology, even though it is constant, or although it was bit more, but the culture part has evolved.
What do you have to say about the jaw size of Neanderthal man and the present Homo sapiens?
Sir, gradually the jaw size has reduced. So earlier the food was more raw, so jaw part was bigger and bolder.
What was the number of teeth earlier?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Now we come to the present life, and why you say that Indian rupee is falling? What is your, if you are the Reserve Bank governor, what would you do?
Sir, actually it is that rupee is not falling, the dollar is strengthening. So all global currencies against the dollar are falling. In compared to any other currencies, euro or etc., rupee is constant. The reason why dollar is strengthening is because Donald Trump has said that he will strengthen the manufacturing and he will bring back Make in America and all. So this has shifted a global sentiment.
By statements only, without any in actual practice, what has happened?
Sir, that is one thing, and the second thing is that foreign investors are pulling out from India. So that because of that also rupee is falling, and he has clearly shifted his intention that he will focus on bringing manufacturing back to US from other countries. So there is this shift that US might take more strong position, and he has also said that interest rate.
My question was, if you are the RBI governor, what would you do? You have not reached my question.
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. If I were RBI governor, I would not do anything, because what is happening to dollar is due to internal politics of US. Rupee has no role to play in it. Instead, I would focus on strengthening my own economy, manufacturing base.
Is it that in the control of RBI governor to strengthen the economy?
Sir, fiscal policy and monetary policy both play a role. So I would have played my role.
Has Reserve Bank of Governor any role in the fiscal policy?
No, sir, it is monetary policy. So which is why I said that I would have focused on my part, the monetary policy part, like having optimal interest rate so that industry can.
You have changed your stance twice in last 2 minutes. So first time you have spoken about the monetary policy. Up till now you are talking about all the steps which can be done by fiscal policy. So what the Reserve Bank governor will do about, first you said we will not do anything, but now say we have come to monetary policy, what will he do?
Sir, I would make sure that the interest rate are optimum so that neither there is more inflation nor the industries are getting loan at a higher rate, so that at the same time we can balance between inflation and industrial growth of the country. And similarly, I would have focused more on nudging the banks.
Earlier, there was a scheme by which the foreign investors were lured in higher rate of interest and other things. Why can't they do that type of thing now to bring more money?
Yes, sir.
That can be done by the Reserve Bank. Some sovereign gold bonds, sovereign bonds like where the dollars can be invested at a higher rate of interest. Why?
Yes, sir.
Why can't you think on those lines?
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Vidyanshu, recently, there's a wildfire struck the entire Los Angeles,
Yes,
and the main Pacific Palisades in Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
So, what lessons that India should learn from this forest fire management? Any learnings?
Sir, first of all, it shows them that even the richest countries are vulnerable to climate impact of climate change and wildfire. And this fire, the wind that was blowing, is a seasonal fire. So there is always a risk of it. So they should have been more careful. I have also read that although they had very elaborate this fire extinguishing system with tanks and fire hoses, but the load on system was so high that it could not extinguish. So we should develop our system in such a way that it is able to take load of a large area when we are providing.
Any specific learnings that we have to take, considering the present forest fire management system in India, technologically or planning, warning system, robust governance, collaboration. I need a specific input that by your own understanding, you read many things in media, you will discuss and deliberate in the academies.
Sir, I would focus a lot on community strengthening, how to providing them early warning, and then how to rescue themselves when they are caught in such an area, because the administration might be overloaded. In LA fire, very few people were killed despite the impact of how long area was destroyed. So,
okay, what is the Sendai framework?
Sir, Sendai framework is on disaster risk reduction. So it focuses on some certain 10 goals that these goals have to be achieved by member countries so that they can strengthen their capacity.
Very good. How it impacts this wildfire or any forest fire, how it affect in achieving our sustainable development goals with respect to economy as well as with the environment. What are the SDGs particularly talks about this?
Sir, SDGs that talk about is 13 is life on land, 14 is life below water, and 15 is climate change. So they are related to these, and it negatively impacts our achievement of SDGs because first of all, flora and fauna are destroyed. Secondly, the communities, they lose their livelihood, their houses. So it has negative impact.
Okay, taking the honorable members' conversation further, since you allotted Danix and question always asked from the Andaman Nicobar. So now in the name of infrastructure project, we are compromising the greater Nicobar. We compromise, I think, 80% of the tropical and millions of trees for just sake of the infrastructure project. And in the name of compensation, we come close to 2,400 kilometers to do the compensation in the Aravalli Ridge. Is it the right proposal? Ecological loss should be compensated locally, right?
Sir, the compensatory afforestation is happening in Haryana region, I believe. So it is a region with not much forest cover. So I think it is a win-win situation that an area that did not have forest cover is now getting new tree plantation and funding from that project.
There could be many things that we can enrich in the island ecosystem. There are many things to be done. So why we come out altogether from that area to the mainland? Sir,
I think plantation in a new area which had barren land or extra space for plantation is a sensible move. So, in fact, the policy, if I remember correctly, was that afforestation shall be carried out in Campa Fund in areas that has less forest. So, this is based on deliberate policy only, so that our forest cover can expand. If we plant in that area itself, there are already enough trees.
Okay, last question. Now, noted ecologists have suggested rational hunting or licensed hunting outside the PA area, protected area. Or even he wanted to go for a culling if any animal comes with the human-animal conflict. Is this the right proposal? Being a Forest Service probationer, what is your analysis?
No, sir, I would not recommend culling, because once we give them a free hand, then it becomes very difficult to tame the population. We had once upon a time more than 50,000 tigers before independence, and now the number is limited. So,
but it is practiced in Scandinavian countries, USA, Africa, Britain. What is the problem in India?
Sir, first of all,
always we emulate the models of the Western, right? So why can't we?
Sir, in these tropical countries, I mean like the northern countries, they have vast forest areas and very less population pressure. So often wildlife come into populated area. So culling becomes necessary and it does not negatively impact. In our country, on the other hand, animals and human are coexisting together. We do not have any...
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Vidyanshu,
sir.
Anthropology is your optional, sir. Okay. Can you mention, 2 or 3 tribal-centric schemes of government of India?
Sir, first is Pradhan Mantri Vandhan Yojana for forest tribe MFP to MSP. Second is CED scheme. It has been recently launched for earlier this thing, criminalized tribe and denotified tribe. So seed scheme. And third is PM Janman scheme for Janjatiya Gaurav. So it celebrates the under name of Birsa Munda, and it is umbrella scheme for various development projects in tribal areas.
If we have to remember Birsa Munda, you know, what should be the context and how can we remember regarding his contribution?
Sir, he was one who fought outsiders and missionaries in his area, and he was one who dared to raise voice against exploitation of tribal people. And it was for the first time that for some time British army was repelled. They had to fight for more than 6 months to gain control. So it is a matter of tribal pride that they can stand for their right. That is why we call him Bhagwan Birsa Munda in Jharkhand, not even Birsa Munda.
You are a student of anthropology. Suppose you know you get your choice Indian Foreign Service. That is your choice number 2.
Yes, sir.
How would you apply anthropology as an Indian diplomat?
Sir, first of all, Indian soil is acidic, because of which we do not have much human samples in India, which is why the focus of human origin is always on Africa. As a diplomat, I would try, using my knowledge of anthropology, I would try to find more evidences of human origin from India, what all before Harappan and all. And second thing, I would like to learn best practices of how tribal conservation is done in other countries and how we have balanced our tribal conservation, and same we, as a matter of policy, we can advise to other nations.
Okay, a lot of discussion has been done on forest conservation, biodiversity. My limited question is that, do you think the national parks and the wildlife sanctuaries are helping in biodiversity conservation? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Certainly.
What is, our contribution to that framework? That is Kunming and Montreal framework.
So,
where
sir,
do we stand today?
Sir, Kunming-Montreal protocol says that we need to have at least 30% of area conserved. All national park, wildlife sanctuaries and conservation reserve put together is around 5% of India's area. So recently we learned in the academy that there is a framework of where people who are co-living with system, let's say there is a tribal village where there are animals, it is not a protected area. So that also needs to be recognized, and we need to encourage those tribal community how to better manage that community capacity building. So even these areas can be accepted. There was a specific term for it, I forgot. So these things can be accepted and encouraged, that where people are co-living with animals, and that should be appreciated and supported.
My last question. Recently, Honorable Prime Minister launched these 3, INS Nilgiri,
Yes, sir.
Surat and Vajiram.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think that these are our strategic assets?
Sir, one of them is a destroyer, and second is a frigate, which is slightly smaller than destroyer. Destroyers are very expensive to build. And third is a submarine. So all these things, all these assets put together, and they are supposed to be deployed with our aircraft carrier. So they will patrol with the aircraft carrier. So once you have an aircraft carrier which is supported by a destroyer, a frigate and a submarine, so India can project its force. The aircraft carrier will send aircraft, destroyer will protect the airspace, submarine will protect the ground. So it sends a very strong deterrent message to the enemy. So which is why I believe it is a strategy.
Last question. What should be the foreign policy toolkit for India for the 21st century? 3-4 lines.
Sir, it should be leveraging our democratic credential and our diaspora strength to build better relations with the Western world as well as with our neighboring country, given that we face challenge from 2 fronts. So this should be the toolkit.
That's all.
So,
Only diaspora.
Sir, I just wanted to be as concise, but I would say that given our economy is growing very well, we are the fastest growing developing country, so we should project our strength in that area as a growing superpower.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you, Vidyanshu.